The coronavirus has given rise to a flood of conspiracy theories which are destroying public trust, endangering people, undermining health officials, and giving governors headaches in ways that will elongate and even outlast the pandemic. The coronavirus didn't give rise to conspiracy theories. However, it did expose a massive problem that we have in American politics and American society that's only getting worse. And that is the American right's alternate reality.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. Most everyone's mad here. You may have noticed that I'm not all there myself. And the more us out of breath.
Goodness. If the people here are like that, I must try not to upset them.
In a poll from December 2018, 80% of Americans said that they felt that America was totally or completely divided. This is a 17% increase from the worst days of the Bush presidency, and the highest number on record since the Civil War. Obviously, having a president who prioritizes getting a rise out of people over governing isn't helping the situation, but perhaps this division is an intentional strategy for one side to maintain power. When the Republican base started dwindling after George W. Bush's failed second term and President Obama's high approval ratings among Republican voters in his first year, the GOP had one option: stop fighting the fringe and make it the mainstream. In effect, going nuclear.
Tactical nuke incoming!
I have that. Let me show you. This actually.
Yeah, President Obama. Conspiracy theories are generated by the American right as tools to distract from failed governing and bad faith efforts on their behalf. It has created this alternate reality that has been harmful to our political system for quite a while, but the damage it does to our national discourse and the impact it has been truly illuminated during our current crisis. The conspiracy machine has gotten so bad during the pandemic that Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are having to hire extra staff to police what's being shared on their website. These conspiracy theories range from Bill Gates creating the coronavirus, 5G towers spreading the coronavirus being part of Agenda 21, as well as Dr. Fauci having COVID-19 patented here in the US Patent Office. The one thing you'll notice about these conspiracy theories, and this makes them particularly interesting, is that none of them focus on President Trump as an antagonist. Despite his failed response, all blame goes elsewhere. In fact, if these weren't hand-engineered by someone with a right-wing agenda for people who were also right-wing, they would be picked apart by the same online community spreading them. These conspiracy theories are focusing on the past and looking for someone to blame for the whole problem as if that will solve the problem, rather than looking at the present and the problems with the present and seeing conspiracy or foul play there, such as lack of testing, a leader who downplayed it from the start, soaring unemployment rates, as well as FEMA seizing states' tests and masks. The seizing of supplies from states to God knows where has gotten so bad that Maryland's Governor Larry Hogan had to hide it and have National Guard troops guard it. This deflection of blame from the president and redirection of blame to faceless, shadowy villains isn't new. For the first 2 years of the Trump presidency, Trump blamed civil servants and experts for his failures in governing, calling them the deep state and insisting that they were undermining him by doing the basic duties of their jobs, such as reporting to Congress. This aggression, rejection, and skepticism towards career professionals and experts is part of the right's detachment from reality. 73% of Democrats think scientists should take an active role in policy debates, while 56% of Republicans say scientists should stay out of policy debates. The reason for this is, well, because the majority of experts disagree with the right on, well, basically everything. But instead of reevaluating their positions like rational, normal people do, they just double down and create their own experts that solidify their own reality. I can't think of a more damaging tactic to our societal effort of fighting COVID during this current time than that one. This alternate reality with shadowy figures, conspiracy theories, and unqualified experts hurts American society. If 50% of us exist in a world that's not real, and we can't reach a general consensus on what's real and what's not, then a country is bound to fracture and break. It also hurts and damages our effectiveness in a time of crisis like the present. If we're ever going to return to a time in which we feel united, then we must seek out the truth, reject false gods, remember our founding ideals, and take care of each other during crisis, not spread misinformation or believe wacky conspiracy theories. And to the protesters, if 243 years after our founding your ideal of personal freedom hasn't evolved at all from the First Continental Congress, then you need to evaluate on how that works in a world that is more connected and more reliant on each other than ever before. A freedom which asks what's in it for me, a freedom without commitment to others, a freedom without love or charity or duty or patriotism, is unworthy of our founding ideals and those who died in their defense. Go back inside, and remember, if you open your mind too much, your brain will fall out.